Good morning, everyone, to the organizers of this incredible event, to the Deputy Minister of Communications and Digital Technologies, and all the other ministers that are present here today, and all the distinguished guests. I stand on all protocols observed so that no one feels excluded. It's really a great honor for me to be able to welcome you to this incredible event here in Cape Town. We come together here not as individual representatives of our countries or our organizations, but together as advocates for a shared vision, that vision being of a digitally connected, inclusive, and a prosperous Africa. Today, we stand on the brink of transformative opportunities. The digital era has really opened doors for growth and inclusion across the continent, creating new pathways for economic and social progress. While technology holds enormous promise, it is essential that we harness its potential in a way that can benefit all the people on the continent and the rest of the world. South Africa is honored to play its role on this journey, both as a leader and a partner to our fellow African countries. We recognize that true progress begins with policy foundations that enable connectivity, innovation, and encourage inclusivity. We are working on creating a digital economy that can uplift poor South Africans out of poverty and set us on a course for a future for the continent. Research underscores that the urgency of this mission, revealing that a 10% increase in broadband penetration can raise GDP by as much as 1.38%. Now imagine the impact that this could have across the continent, where connectivity and inclusion continue to remain key to unlocking all our potential economic benefits. And it is through by bridging the digital divide here in South Africa that we are laying the ground for a broader initiatives that can make affordable, widespread connectivity a reality for all people in our lifetime. And to accelerate this vision further, we are committed to opening new pathways that will facilitate connectivity to all South Africans. And we are also exploring empowerment opportunities that will simplify investment partnerships while ensuring that local ownership requirements do not pose a barrier or a limit. We are also committed to reducing the cost of data and devices, making digital access affordable for more and more South Africans. In 2021, mobile data costs remained high across the continent, with South Africa ranking 136 out of 148 countries in terms of affordability. So lowering this cost is not just about access. It's about giving people the uplift that they need to participate and thrive fully in the digital economy. However, we cannot achieve this mission through government efforts alone. It is one that will require collaboration with all players in our sector, and all of us in this room have a role to play in our respective capacities. So I invite all our partners here today to bring your expertise, to bring your ideas, to bring your solutions, so that we can help advance the continent's digital future and be able to prepare for it appropriately by meeting the demands of the future. So let us also explore the role of artificial intelligence in achieving universal connectivity. In fields such as agriculture, for instance, AI-driven solutions have already demonstrated the potential to increase yields, addressing food security, and also fostering economic stability. So if we really rise to the occasion and leverage AI, together with connectivity, we can build a foundation that drives digital connectivity across the continent. South Africa is committed to ensuring that Africa's voice resonates powerfully on the digital stage. We will leverage our presidency of the G20, which we are resuming later this year, to advocate for a global agenda that aligns with Africa's needs, ranging from digital inclusion to sustainable development. Research currently shows that universal connectivity in Africa can uplift up to 44 million people out of extreme poverty. And it is by ensuring that Africa's needs are integrated into these global platforms that we will pave the way for digital transformation as a path to both sustainable development and inclusive growth. And as a country, we are very proud to stand as Africa's voice on this stage, working toward policies and partnerships that will uplift not only South Africa, but the rest of the continent. The decisions that we will be making today and for the rest of the week will shape the Africa of tomorrow. It will create economic opportunities that reach beyond our borders and drive sustainable growth across the continent. But it will also place Africa at the agenda of key digital development and trends that are happening so that we are not left behind in influencing the future of technology. And by strengthening South Africa's position in the global digital landscape, we will not only be securing our future, but also help shape a more connected and resilient Africa. To advance this mission, we are also positioning South Africa as a prime destination for digital investments that will also benefit the rest of the continent. We know that the tech ecosystem in Africa is growing rapidly, and the continent's internet economy is expected to reach over $180 billion by 2025, this contributing at least 5.2% to the continent's GDP. South Africa, with its skilled workforce, supportive regulatory environment, and strategic location, is well suited to serve as a technology hub that will channel growth across the continent. So investing in South Africa will not just be investing in one country. It is an investment in Africa's future and leveraging the potential that the continent has to offer the world. Every dollar committed here will strengthen our digital infrastructure, it will fuel job creation, and promote an innovation culture that can be shared by the rest of the continent. Our mission is to make sure that even in the poorest members of society, access to opportunities can be accessed through the digital economy, and that every member of our society, regardless of their economic status, regardless of their geographic being, can be an active citizen in the digital economy and be at the forefront of pioneering solutions that confront the future that we face. Currently, mobile penetration in rural African areas remains just above 50%, which underscores the importance of making digital inclusion a priority for all of us, be it investors, government leaders, and even private organizations. Our approach to this is very clear. We want to foster partnerships that are sustainable, that are mutually beneficial, but also that support local capabilities. And with strong connectivity and targeted investment, we can position our country and also our SADC region to collectively establish an ecosystem of innovation and growth that drives long-term economic progress. So as we gather here today, let us be mindful that the challenges that we face in connecting every African on the continent to the rest of the world cannot be solved by one country or by one organization or one sector. We are in this journey together, and the future we are building is one that belongs to all of us. Studies show that achieving 100% internet penetration in sub-Saharan Africa could increase the region's GDP growth by an additional 1.5%, unlocking millions of job opportunities and driving economic inclusion. In South Africa, we know that when our digital economy thrives, it also benefits the rest of the continent. So we need to seize the moment and ensure that from the expansion of trade and knowledge sharing to creating opportunities for our young people, we can connect South Africa and the rest of the continent to be globally competitive. This solidarity is our strength, and it is our collective resilience that will make Africa's digital transformation be possible. So I call on all of you, from investors to the opinion makers, to the entrepreneurs in the room and community leaders, to consider our role in advancing the continent's digital future and meeting its aspirations. As we work to be a beacon of digital success, we must be driven by the belief that this success will resonate across the continent, inspiring and empowering all of our nations. And it was through our collective actions that will lay the foundation for a continent where digital education, cross-border commerce, and tech-driven innovations create the inclusive growth that our economy needs. So in closing, I want to extend my gratitude to the Africa Tech Festival organizers, to all the sponsors and the partners, and all of you who are gathered here in a demonstration of a commitment to the vision of a connected and united Africa. This platform is a place for forming partnerships, for exchanging ideas, and most importantly, for inspiring actions that will drive us towards Africa that leads in digital innovation and inclusion. As South Africa, we stand ready to lead, not in isolation, but in solidarity with every country on the continent. Let us shape a future that is inclusive, that is prosperous, and one that reflects the vast potential of our continent. Because if we so do that, we'll be able to propel Africa towards meeting the digital needs of our generation and those that come after us. Thank you very much.